Hello there! Welcome to Crafting Unedited. My name is Sierra. Today I am going to show you and explain to you all the different types of vinyl that you can use with your Cricut. We'll go through all of the different types of HTV, and then we'll go through all of the different types of adhesive. HTV is more of an iron-on, and adhesive is more of just a stick-on. Makes sense, right? Right. So HTV actually stands for heat transfer vinyl. Adhesive stands for adhesive. Anyway, so I've done a couple of videos showing you how to use all of these products. So I figured that I would go and do a video explaining to you what exactly they are. So if you've watched my videos and you've subscribed to my channel, great. Thank you so much. I really appreciate it. And if you haven't, go ahead and do that. Go subscribe. Over here, down there, up there, wherever it might be. Subscribe so that you can see all the awesome tutorials on how to use all of this vinyl that I'm about to go over with you. I have an abundance, so hope you're ready for this. I think that I have some of every kind of vinyl that you can find right now. Alright, or every type of vinyl, not every brand. I'm very picky. So let's go ahead and dive in. We're going to start with the HTV stuff first, so the iron-on or heat transfer vinyl. And so first we have our solid. So this is Sizer Easy Weed. It's a red, but in the camera it looks like a red-orange. It's like a very Christmassy red. It's just solid, and how you use this is, see the shiny side? That part goes down on the mat, and on the other side it's white. Not all of it's white. Some of it is the same color, like this metallic Sizer Easy Weed. It's the same color, so you've got your shiny side and your dull side. Shiny side on matte. Always reverse your image and press at, I press at 325 for about 30 seconds. Call it a day. It's donezo. Pretty easy. So you've got, I just went over 2 in 1. Look at that. Sizer Easy Weed, HTV, solid, and metallic. These are both the same. They are a cool peel. Cool peel. So what that means is that you have to let it cool a little bit before you peel it off of your product. So if you have a t-shirt, what I do is I will pull it off of my mat, off of the press mat, give it a second, and then that's fine. There are certain ones that are warm peel, and then we'll go over those in just a minute. So you've got Sizer Easy Weed Solid, Sizer Easy Weed Metallics. Next we have glitter. So this is a Samolux, you can kind of see it right there. Glitter, I use this, and I use Sizer glitter. Sizer Easy Weed glitter. I love this brand. It's not, when it's applied, it's very, very glittery still, but you can't really feel it. It doesn't feel any different than the regular HTV. I know that some of the Sizer Easy Weed is a bit thicker, so it does, what do you call it? You can feel like the glitter part of it, so it does feel weird. And the other great part about this brand is that when you press it onto a product, do I have something over here I can show you? No. So when you press it onto a shirt, sometimes the glitter that's excessively left on the backing after you've weeded all of your negative off, it will stick to the shirt, and that's the most annoying thing ever. But it does just scrape right off because it doesn't really have any adhesive stuck to it. It's just one of those nuisance annoyance things. So this brand does not do that. It's awesome. And it doesn't feel any different than the rest of it, but it is definitely very glittery. Which I like. I like all things glitter. Alright, so I either use Samolux or Sizer Easy Weed glitter for my glitters. Same thing. You've got your shiny side. Well, I guess both sides are shiny because it's glitter. And then you've got kind of a dull side. See the difference here? Shiny, dull, shiny, dull. This side goes down on matte. This is warm peel. Warm peel. So that means once you lift this, Once you lift your press off of it, you can peel it right off and it'll be good. This does require a little bit either more heat or more length. So I typically do 325 for 40 seconds rather than 30 seconds. All right, next we have patterned. This one's totally different. So it looks like regular vinyl, but then again it doesn't, because it does not have any shininess to it. Reason being, and I'm not entirely sure why. I mean, I'm sure that there's a reasoning behind it, but there's no backing on this. This is just the vinyl. So what you get with it is at the end of the roll, I think I might have already took it off of this one. Pretty sure I did. There's at the end of the roll, they should put it on the beginning of the roll because you're not going to get to the end of the roll before. There's a masking paper. That's on it. This. There's some of this. Clear paper. Well, tape. Masking tape, mask tape, whatever you want to call it. It's a mask. It's the clear stuff that's on the regular already. So this, you don't mirror. And you put face up on your mat. So the other HTV, you mirror your image. This, you do not mirror your image. And when you put it on your mat, it goes white side down. Then, when you're ready to weed out the negative, you'll peel it off of your mat. There's a video on this, don't worry. You'll put this on top and then kind of the same as you would the adhesive. You put it like a transfer tape kind of deal. There's a video, I promise, with a lot more in depth of a tutorial. Okay, so patterned HTV process is totally different. Temperature is different too. So I usually do about 275 for this. So 50 degrees lower. 275, 40 seconds, lower temperature, longer set. Patterned HTV comes in a lot of different patterns. This one is Sizer brand. And the masking cover is back here somewhere, I think. I don't know. I haven't got to the bottom of a roll yet. That's why. I love this stuff, but I never use it. Alright, moving on. We have infusible ink. I'm not going to take this out because it will ruin the light. Infusible ink is not really a vinyl. It's more of a kind of like a sublimation. So it's ink that's being transferred onto your product. So it's not vinyl, but I wanted to show you anyway because it's pretty cool. So it's ink that is transferred onto your products. Next we have holographics. So these bad boys. Aren't they just gorgeous? This is not glitter, guys. This is holographic. You can tell by the backing. So this stuff is significantly thicker than your regular HTV. The sheets themselves are significantly thicker. I don't know if you can see that. But these, you just cut with more pressure. So in Design Space, you'll go to Holographic HTV. It's in there, I promise. Just type in holographic and go to holographic iron-on in your search bar. It's not going to be one that you can just, well, I guess you could just scroll through and find it. But if you have an Explore Air, you want to set it to other or custom, and then go to the drop down in Design Space and select that holographic vinyl. Otherwise, you're just going to end up cutting and cutting and cutting and cutting and cutting. So I did a video on foil and this stuff, so make sure you watch those if you want to use this, because it will save you a massive headache, I promise. They're so pretty. I love this one. This is my favorite. They're glitter or rainbow. It's so pretty. All right, so there's those. That is all of the HTV. So that's all of the stuff that you can iron onto a product. There's many of things that you can iron on. There's video for that too. It's kind of like there's an app for that. There's video for that. Moving on to adhesives. So let's get started with a solid. All right, so the three most common adhesive vinyls you are going to see are solid, removable, and glitter. So solid, I typically use Oracle 651. You can see it on the back here. Oracle 651, right there. I use a bunch of this stuff. I have a bunch of Cricut solids as well. I bought that before I learned my lesson. Cricut, I love you for your machines and your software sometimes because it can be quite finicky. But man, your vinyl, we gotta talk. The HTV for Cricut is great. I just prefer, for my adhesive, Oracle 651. Sometimes Cricut, but mostly Oracle 651. So solids, this is what it looks like. This is the stuff that you use your standard grip mat. Sometimes if it's too super sticky, then you'll use a light grip mat. But you'll put this color side up. Color side up, you don't mirror your image at all, and you cut away. Next, we have removable. So this is Cricut brand, and you can see right here on the back, it says removable vinyl. It's Cricut. And the difference between this and regular vinyl is that this is easy to pull off of a wall, window, car, whatever you want to use it on. It does peel off pretty easily. It will still stick if you use it on a cup for, I'd say like 30, maybe 30, 40 washes. Something around there. Nothing too crazy, but also not forever. You want something to last forever on a cup or something like that, use the permanent stuff. It won't come off. So removable, same thing. You'll put it face up on your mat and don't mirror. Glitter. This stuff is going to be the death of me. I haven't done a video on this yet, but I should, because it's a doozy to cut. So glitter adhesive vinyl. This is what the back looks like. It's gray. It is permanent. It's not removable. Not without paint peeling and headaches, but glitter adhesive. So with this, you have to select glitter adhesive or glitter, everyday glitter. I forget what it's called in Design Space, but make sure that you select the glitter one. And then on top of that, apply more pressure because this stuff does not like to cut. It doesn't at all. I'll do a video to show you. And then for this, you want to use the strong grip transfer tape. Trust me. It's the only thing that I use that stuff for. Do not use it for anything else. You will waste vinyl. Strong grip transfer tape for this and metallic only. Nothing else. For everything else, use brand contact paper. That's what I do. Or JPI has some really good transfer tape too. But I tend to stick to the contact paper. All right. Glitter adhesive vinyl. Pain in the butt. Gorgeous to work with. Moving on. Next we have holographics. So we have this pretty holographic and this pretty holographic. They cut the same. Make sure that in Design Space you select holographic vinyl. Because if you don't and you select regular vinyl, it's not going to cut. This is like it's not as thick as one that I'm going to show you, but this is really thick vinyl. So it needs a lot more pressure. So you want to make sure that you use the holographic setting. This is permanent. It does stick for a very, very long time. I don't know yet because I haven't had anything come off. And I've been doing it for about 4 years. I think that I started this about 3 years ago with this vinyl, this holographic gorgeousness here. This is, I think this is Cricut brand, I believe. Pretty sure because of this guy. I'm trying to peel it off so that I can see what brand you are. Yes, it is Cricut. Cricut Permanent Adhesive Vinyl. This is Cricut as well. They're both very, very, very pretty. They're just very difficult to cut if you don't know what you're doing. So I did do a video on how to cut foil vinyl. Make sure that you watch it because that will save you a big, 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 big headache. Because this stuff can give you a gigantic headache. So make sure that you watch the video on how to cut foil adhesive vinyl. I think that's what I called it. I'll drop a card in here so you can see it. All right, now this stuff. This is like metal. It is insane. So the first few times that I tried cutting this, I failed miserably. I went through an entire roll before I figured out how to do it. So with this, you have to use the foil adhesive setting. Same thing with those foil adhesive setting or holographic adhesive setting. Make sure that you put it color side up on your mat. Don't mirror. All of these are don't mirror and color side up for you. So this is like a metal. It is from Cricut. It is pretty difficult to work with if you don't know what you're doing. If you do and you do it well, it turns out really cool. This is one that I like to use for my guys. So if I make a tumbler or something for a dude, this is what I use because it's just so awesome. It literally looks like gunmetal. It's really cool. It kind of has that feel to it too because it's super thick. But for this, foil adhesive, more pressure. Foil adhesive, more pressure. Watch the video on that one. It'll help you a lot. But this is pretty cool. I've used it on tumblers, coasters. I just drew a massive blank. I've used it on canvas. Lots of fun things. Next up, we have Stencil vinyl. So this is Oracle 631 or Oracle masking film. You can see it right there. Basically, this is used to create stencils for, you can put it on the wall for those the like doormats that you've seen. People use this, they put it down, they use a little Mod Podge on it to get it to stick a little better, and they go from there. They also use these for the wood signs. I prefer to have vinyl on my wood signs, so. But it is stencil vinyl. It is meant to be applied and removed, not to stay there forever. It does not stick a whole lot at all. So don't expect to use this as regular vinyl. It is not, and you can tell by one, it says masking film on the backside, and two, when you peel it up, it's pretty see-through. Oh, see, it's like a film, masking film. Yeah, you get it. All right, and last but not least, we have cling. This is window cling. Yes, it does look like just regular glitter white vinyl, but it is not. And I will show you. So, this stuff is really cool. I used it for some glass blocks. I've used it on a mirror. It's really neat. It looks really pretty. So, it does remove pretty easily, but it's not sticky at all. It's meant for a window. It does stick to a window. So this is what it looks like. This is the frosted stuff. I also have plain white. That's why it's glittery. Or shimmery, I should say. But it's just like a frosted window cling. You know those things that you can buy that have like designs on them and stuff? That's exactly what this is. So it sticks to anything that is glass. It would stick to plastic, I think, as well. I don't know. I've never really tried it. So windows, mirrors, cars, things like that work perfectly for it. Fancy design on your mirror. That's what I used it. That's what I got it for. To use on a mirror. All right, folks. That's all the vinyl I have. Not really, but that's all the different types of vinyl that I have. I probably have about 200 rolls, maybe more. Who knows? Either way. So that's all the vinyl that I have to show you how to use and whatnot. If you need more details on how to use this stuff, just scroll through my videos. There's a ton of tutorials on there. I'm sure that the project that you're working on and trying to figure out is in one of those videos. If not, drop a comment, let me know so that I can make one of those videos for you. I have a bunch more coming up, and I love teaching you guys and educating you on how to use all of these fun crafting tools and materials, and I love using them. So keep the comments coming. Let me know what you want to see. Let me know what you love seeing, and make sure you subscribe so that you get an alert when I'm on. And you know, there's lots of fun things to learn. I love teaching. So until next time, we'll see you later.